So we are trying to get to Viñales. The buses were at like 9 in the morning, so we thought we could like go ahead, take a bus, get here, and then we forgot our passports. So then I have to like run back, like drive back, have a taxi drive us back, and came back, and then they were like late on the bus, so we're like, word, like we're gonna make this bus, and then they canceled on us. So now we're waiting because we're gonna like do a foursome with the taxi. And
we found 2 other people traveling to Viñales.
So hopefully we'd save money that way. But so far Mercury's in retrograde and is rocking our world. So wish us luck on this adventure. On what, day 4? Day 4 of being in Cuba. So it's gonna be a fun time. And we're home. So I figured I will tell a story about how we got here in this car for this long journey to Viñales. And in the story, basically, we could not get on the bus. It filled up. Lots of people like pre-purchased their tickets online, and unfortunately we could not do that. So it filled up very quickly. The 2 strangers you see in the vehicle with us is a couple from California. So we ended up grouping together with them to basically buy a taxi ride to Viñales. The drive is about 3 hours, correct me if I'm wrong, from Central Havana. I'm pretty sure. I fell asleep for most of it. But basically that's what we did. We sort of just grouped up with these guys, and it was sort of funny, like everyone was just sort of cranky in a cramped car because our taxi driver originally, he was trying to find us, you know, a group taxi where there were like 5 to even 10 people driving in like a giant truck, and he had no intentions of driving himself. So it was just sort of funny because in the end, after waiting like an hour trying to, you know, find a ride up there, we could not. So then at the end he was like, okay, fine, you know, I'll drive you. And thank God, because you know, we booked an excursion and I booked an Airbnb, so we were just like, oh, we just want to be there already. But it definitely was a trip because everyone, you could feel the tension in the car. Everyone was just cranky, tired, and just ready to be there. But thank God, you know, everything usually works out. We made it to Viñales. We got some food, and then we waited for our Airbnb guests to come get us because we obviously GPS Wi-Fi is not working that great, so we didn't really know where to go. We could have had an idea, but we managed to get some Wi-Fi to message him, so he was able to come get us. So here we are. We made it.
The bus, the Via Azul, the bus.
Oh no. Vinimos
Taxi colectivo.
How do you say it's full?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Hay muchas personas en el autobús, so no podemos tomar.
Un problema porque el taxi colectivo siempre en la casa.
Okay.
Tuve banco, de banca,
Okay.
por cajeros automáticos. It's automatic.
Yeah.
Car.
Oh look.
It's a market. Oh, I could totally get Karina's stuff here. we're settling down at the Airbnb. We headed off to our excursion. We bought off of Airbnb. It was for horseback riding in the mountainside. So it was gorgeous. This is actually a little neighborhood slash farm area. It was a little cloudy and the sun was sort of setting, so it was probably like around 5:30, 6 p.m.-ish. There are other people on a tour as well, so that was pretty cool. I have never ridden a horse before, so this was the first time for me. And really all they taught us to do was like hold the rein properly, and to go right, you move the rope to the right, to go left, you move it to the left. I honestly feel like a pro at this rate. Could probably do it again a few times. This is the barn where they dry the tobacco. So that was really cool. And this is our guide.
Sí, hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo se llama?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Okay.
Gracias.
Okay. Now for the smoke. One or two cigars with one to share, one each.
Two. One each.
One each? Okay. Here is traditional, you're putting a little bit honey on the cigar, okay? This is the honey is tradition for Che Guevara. This is natural filter, okay? But because for more important, this is more honey today. This is problem for tonight. For the honey is aphrodisiac, okay?
Okay.
This is no problem, eh?
No problem.
Okay, and you put it in the mouth. The honey's in the mouth. You put it inside. Okay.
Put it in your mouth.
You put it in the mouth. This is only honey, okay? Relax. Wow, this is very professional.
We should take this. Gracias.
Okay, it's good.
So good.
Triture the nicotine inside the cigar and cigarette and the combustion. This is for more addiction. The farming here for the burning. This is removed. And this is only for organic compost or natural pesticide. Okay? That's the problem. And this is for the rolling. It's different. 3 parts. Okay? This is filler. This is combustion. Bander for the rolling the combustion on the wrapper. And this is for the finish, for aesthetic.
Okay.
It's a little bit massage. For the cigar, the cigar is similar, ladies. For the ladies, more massage is more vegetative. The cigar is sign.
Piensen dos por este lado. Sí, two for this side and two for the other side.
Okay, and this is the finish of rolling the cigar. This is for now.
Jelly
It's possible
pie.
smoke. Yeah, it's very humid, okay? And the finish of rolling in the factory, this inside the press for the machine. And this is for press the cigar, you absorb the humidity. The farmer here, this is sign this on the paper, okay? The farmer here, this is the rolling the paper. This is for 1 day. And 1 day the paper absorb the humidity press on the cigar. The finish 1 day is possible, they remove the paper, you smoke. So you smoke, this is possible for the conservation. And the conservation is in this bucket. This material is palm leaf. This is the royal palm. Okay? And this is the protector, humidor identificator of the farmer. This cigar is my 10%. Can the farmer here rolling for smoke and for sale. And this is official thing. Cannot rolling for a report, okay? This is possible 50 cigars the farmer per person, more 25 cigars in the factory. But be careful. The cigar the brand doesn't necessarily receive. The industry around the people. Cigar is the festival, the cigar is the cooperative, and this is blah blah blah. And this is illegal cigar. And the government is control on cigar the brands, okay? For the conservation of my cigar in Cuba, this is natural. Only this material. For the claim is humidity. In other countries is different claim. And this is inside the plastic bag, closed, and the fridge. This is in the bottom, this is in the vegetable, in the fruit. This is good for 3 or 4 years, the conservation, okay? One cigar in the factory, it's possible the conservation at 8 or 10 years. And this is for the chemical process in the fermentation and inside the nicotine. This is more conservation the cigar. For the my cigar, the fermentation is natural. For the nicotine,
After learning how the cigars were rolled and how they're preserved, we got to see how the coffee is made.
Okay, here we are next to the small group of coffee plants. These ones are just to show you, because the big plantation is next to the mountain, but it's more humid, fresh, and higher.
Okay.
This coffee is the Cuban Creole coffee, and it belongs from the Arabican variety. It has just one harvest in a year, in October, November, when the beans become dry. They change the color from green to red. In this time we harvest them by hand, because we have to preserve the plantation. We use the same one year by year during 25 years approximately.
Wow.
That is a period of life of coffee plants. For that reason we keep it safe to use it the next year and the other. Then we harvest the beans and we put it in the drying places to dry them approximately 20-25 days on the sun according to the weather conditions.
Okay.
When the beans become dry, are ready to separate the beans from the shell in an instrument that we call it pilon. It's the oldest and traditional that we still use.
Okay.
I will show you inside the little house.
Okay.
Okay, this one is the pilon.
Okay.
Also, this instrument gives name to the oldest rhythm here in Cuba, the pilon rhythm. Inside we put the drying beans and we smash and separate it. We smash and separate it. This instrument belongs from Africa. When the colonial system, the people carry to Cuba, carry it to Cuba to work in a coffee plantation. Okay, and then we separate the beans from the shell. We use the shell to fertilize the soil organically, because we are in a national park, no chemicals, no machine, everything is organic. And then the beans are ready to the next process, to give color, flavor, and aroma to the coffee. This is the roasted process. In the casserole, like this one, during 40 minutes approximately, the coffee becomes dark, aromatic, and it tastes like coffee. Because Here we put it just coffee on the casserole. We remove it equal, slowly, because the coffee will be roasted but not burned. Even when we used to do it dark roasted, because here we drink strong. We like the strongest. Then the coffee look like that. And you can smell, you can feel the flavor, the smell.
Yeah, I smell
Yeah,
it.
you can smell it. Okay. Then,
Wow.
okay. Then we put it in a grinder. Every day in the morning, after we have the drying beans clean without shell, we keep it in bohíos, these kind of houses from the royal palm tree.
Okay.
And then we're going to prepare it as we need it, just the portion that we need. Every day in the morning, we roast the coffee that we're going to use in a day.
Wow. Okay.
And then we grind it here, because we like to drink fresh coffee. Over here we control the kind of powder, smaller or fine or biggest, according to the filter. And here we have a powder.
Ah. Wow.
You can feel the aroma.
Wow.
Delicious. I like it with milk in the morning, but not coffee with milk. A full glass of milk and a cup of coffee. Yes. Like my child. Yes. Okay, then we cook this powder in water and we filter in a filter like this one that is a traditional one, but also it's possible in a coffee maker.
Okay.
Easier, fastly modern, but also a good espresso. And now to drink it, in a place of sugar, we put honey. Honey, yes, that belong from the different kind of bees. The bees from the earth, the polyponous bee. Exactly. These bees make the beehives wild in the trees, in the holes in the rock, and they are they use the flower from the coffee plantation mainly.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
I will show you the honey, and also you can taste
Okay,
on the table.
Okay.
Come with me. Here we You can take a seat. Oh, don't worry. This is like a pigtail. It's moving, but it doesn't fall. Okay, this is a honey. You can taste it if you want.
Eso lo corto, no hay problema, ese de ustedes que está incluido en la discusión, un momento para contar. Y luego una noche lo disfrutan lo que queda con un mojito, quizás.
Good. Very good. Yeah.
Ponérselo un papelito.
And it's like very natural, right?
Yes, it's completely natural. Directly from the beehives to the bottles. Yes. This honey has a lot of properties. Antiseptic, antibacterial, energetic, antioxidant properties. For that reason, it's used here as a traditional medicine. For the stomach, for the throat, when we have flu. A lot of remedies to relieve our pains or illness. And also, with coffee in the morning, it functions like an energetic drink. To start the day strong to work. And this coffee is called cimarron coffee. The origin belongs from the colonial system also, when the slave used to drink coffee with honey in the mountain. And they was called cimarrones by the colonial people. In a memory to the slave, we call our coffee with honey cimarron coffee.
So, did they give the slaves coffee in the morning that way they can like work harder? Is that the purpose?
Yes, because it's function like an energetic drink. Honey is energetic. Coffee also. And you drink it and you are like a fire to work. And if you go in vacation, better. Okay. So also we use it for the rum to make sweet the rum. The local rum made it by guavas. You know the guava fruit?
Yeah.
Okay. But this one is the local rum, the rum de Pinar del Rio. The rum that is produced by guavas, but a different kind of guavas, smaller and darkness to the normal kind of guavas, and they are tiny, very tiny, just this size. You can see here the little guava. They just run up this size, and they are endemic from Pinar del Rio. Because endemic means that just grown up in this region. Thanks to the weather and the minerals from the soil. This rum has 5 medals in competition as a winner of the best color, the best flavor, and the best color, and the best aroma. The 3 main characteristics of a good rum. It's a rum, the oldest rum here in Cuba, and the first production was in 1892, when the colonial system also, and was discovered by accident, when a group of guavas fell in a barrel of rum. Yes, accidentally, a good accident. Actually, it's produced here in Pinar del Rio also, because Viñales is in the Pinar del Rio region, and we continue drinking, but we can export it because the production is very small. We sell it just here, and it's the farmer's production. If you want to taste it, you can do it. You have a shooting club. It's completely different than the other Cuban rum because this one has a mixer with a fruit that made it tasty, sweetest, and fruity. The other Cuban rum are just from sugarcane distillation and taste just like alcohol.
Okay.
Exactly. When you drink this one, even if you don't see the bottle, you know that you are drinking guayabita.
Okay.
But when you drink Havana, even if you don't see the bottle, you don't know what kind of rum you are drinking. Because Havana has a lot of kind, but all of them taste like alcohol. Nothing interesting, nothing. For that reason, the people used to mix it. But this one, you can taste it, and now you can prove what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Similar. Because then you can be yellow. Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
see?
It's very good.
It's 40%, but even when it's strong, it's smooth.
Yeah, very, very
It
smooth.
doesn't burn when you drink it. Yes.
Yeah, it's so smooth.
Yeah.
Of a small production, we sell it here in the farm. If you are interested to get a good souvenir from the region, you can do it. The prices are 10 for the honey, 10 for coffee, 20 the small bottle, and 25 the big one.
This is the smallest bottle you have.
Yes. Also, we have a package that includes 1 big bottle, 1 bottle of honey, and 1 bottle of coffee. The price for all is 45. In a package, it's just 40, and you can get all.
This excursion was about 3 hours, so we spent probably a solid, I want to say almost 2 hours actually riding on the horse. We spent a good amount of time learning about tobacco, about coffee, how it's grown, and then afterwards we rode up to this lake. The guy said, "Oh, do you want to go swimming?" And we were like, "Oh, we don't have like any suits or anything." And he was just like, "Well, you guys could just either strip or just go with your clothes on." And obviously me and Lisa were like, "Yeah, we're good on that." Like, we were already getting eaten alive by mosquitoes as is. But as you can see, it's beautiful. It was so gorgeous. And this was a little break we took because it started to pour. He is so cute. I think he's the only pig around here too.
Where?
He's over there.
Aww. to say pig in Spanish. I forget.
So it's our last to first day, and I'm wearing yesterday's makeup. And we had a beautiful day in Viñales. Sort of sad that we didn't stay longer. We didn't have more time to stay longer, but it's gorgeous either way, and we're having breakfast with a view, so